A warm welcome to everyone watching and welcome back to your favorite show on a Tuesday, which is Generation C. My name is Marisol Stoffberg, and this show is specifically aimed at discussing our The Zone publication, which comes out every Tuesday in the Republikein, Algemene Zeitung, and Namibian Sun, and shows you why this is the perfect read for you to grab on a Tuesday. Before we jump right into the action, we first have a video to show you more about the youth brand of Namibia Media Holdings, which is MyZone. So please take a look. MyZone as a brand is involved in anything and everything from sport to culture to academics and so much more. So before we tell you guys what you can expect in today's The Zone, we first have some extra things to offer you so you can watch. So last week a very important discussion took place at the ECN in Windhoek, and a colleague of mine, Enzo Amwele, made a video about the discussion that happened. And the first video we'll show you guys is discussing the importance of youth unemployment, which is a very pressing issue that we currently have in the country. So please watch the following video so you can make sure you stay up to date about anything and everything youth.
So the vision is clear, and my vision as the first AD employee is really to support young people to reach their fullest potential and their rights to equality, their rights to peace and justice, so they can live life with dignity, because young people don't want only jobs, they want jobs with dignity. And they want livelihood that really is dignified. So I think that's what we need to work towards, and also we need to move with speed. Because, we need to move with the same speed we tweet, every 30 seconds we're like so good at speeding on social media, but the unemployment rate is a crisis. It's rising at an unprecedented level. And if we don't deal with it, if we don't take it seriously, there is no point in talking about demographic dividends and peace dividend and, just talking about youth as an asset. So I think we really need the leaders, our leaders on the continent, the private sector, the partnership between private, public, civil society to move towards one direction. We have a common agenda, and now we need to go into the implementation of that agenda.
Thank you very much, Michelle. I love how you emphasis on the fact that we need to take action, but we also can't take action if we don't have policy, so there's a codependence. We must have policy that's actionable, but before we can take action, we must have policy. And it's really critical that we do have these policies in place if we don't. We are still live at the Government Information Center. We have a caller all the way from Rundu. His name is Anton. Anton, can you hear me?
So another video is heading your way. So the second video that we have is made by also made by Enzo, but is about Mr. Mandela Kapere, and he spoke about the role that youth plays in employment and how important it is for the country to make sure that our youth has the necessary opportunities to showcase their skills but also receive employment so that they can also contribute towards the country. So please watch the following video.
Young people are the most productive, the most energetic, the most skillful, and part of the workforce, and also the workforce that has the most potential. So it is very important that young people are prepared in order to play a productive role in the economy. If young people are not prepared, they become a dead weight on society, meaning that society has to carry young people who are otherwise have the potential of being productive. So it's very, very important that we skill our young people, that we make sure our young people are healthy, but also that we listen to young people about what their issues are. Okay. Those issues are all fundamentally important.
And the last video made by Enzo is a video also about Ms. Aya Chebi. So she had a courtesy call with the president, again focusing on this very important pressing issue of youth employment and the problem that we have with unemployment amongst the youth. So this next video plays a very important role, so make sure that you watch.
Hello, my name is Aya Shebi. I am the African Union Special Envoy in Youth. Yesterday, I had a courtesy call with the President of the Republic of Namibia, where we discussed issues of youth development, youth employment, empowerment, and of course the recent protests of Shut It All Down. And the President, of course, was very welcoming and was very open and had this, open dialogue policy. And I learned that he actually invited the representative from the movement to meet and have this dialogue. So I think for me it was really just inspiring, the leadership of Namibia, but also the young people who are taking the streets to demand and to care about an issue and to fight for it. And now we just need to facilitate that conversation to continue and move into action and implementation to see the impact on the lives of young people and young women especially.
So now we head straight into the zone for today. So on our front page is a very, very inspiring story. It's days like this where you are proud to be a Namibian because you see what our Namibian youth are doing across the country. So on our front page, we have the beautiful and inspiring Landuleni Wahengu. So she's currently, she was born in Namibia, but she was raised in Switzerland, and she was in Denmark during the lockdown. So instead of like most people would just sitting, Netflixing, having the time of your life, she decided to actually venture into something important. And she decided to find ways to keep herself busy. And one of the ways was she wanted to explore a niche in the market where you can get a lip gloss that is cruelty-free and it's vegan. And instead of using her time for other things, she invested her time into creating her very own brand. So the brand's name is Landis Lip Gloss. So it's cruelty-free and it's vegan. So she showed us how you can create amazing things and use your talents to actually make a difference within society. So apart from being the creator of her very own lip gloss line, Wahengu is also very passionate about singing. She plays the guitar, the piano, and she also dances. But I can't tell you guys everything because you need to grab yourself a copy so you can learn more about her and see her inspiring story. So maybe you can follow in her footsteps. We also have a page 3 today that carries 2 very important stories that we would like to highlight. The first one is that last week Friday was the inaugural meeting of the Namibia Advisory Council on Education. This was such an important event because 24 new members were inaugurated by the Minister of Education, Arts and Culture, and they are from all walks of life. We have our regional councils, institutions, and so forth. We also have representatives from our different regions serving on this council. So this council will play a very important role in making sure that the quality of education remains top priority and to ensure that our learners receive the best possible education. So you can read more about the council and also who the members are on our page 3. And another very inspiring story is about 23 Namibians who participated in the UNICEF COVID-19 challenge. It was such an amazing event to witness when these 23 Namibians received their certificates for successfully completing the challenge. So it's important because the youth actually had the opportunity to make a difference and to have their voices heard. So UNICEF and the UN resident coordinator spoke about the way that these Namibian youth were able to kind of invest and commit to this very important project. So you can read more about that on our page 3. And the last story that we will be highlighting from today's zone is in fact a very important story also on page 8 about NSFAF and the government. So they dedicated more than 300 million towards paying non-tuition fees of tertiary students. And this payout has already started as well. So there were a lot of back and forth, and Nanto also said how important it is that the fruits of the engagement between NSFAF and the government actually paid, and they were actually able to receive money towards the non-tuition fees of our tertiary students. So you can read more about that. And before I'm going to say goodbye for today, we also have a video made by Monique Adams, because last week we also had the Junior Chef Competition of the Year taking place. So please watch the following video to capture some of the highlights and see how young chefs are just doing the most. And they made some scrumptious dishes for our judges to taste.
As soon as you're done plating, please lift up your arm and say ready so we can send someone to collect. Yes, sir. Yes? Yes, sir.
Was on the corner.
We want some food. Don't worry guys, we still have 7 minutes left. Finish your starters.
Heads up. Bring your hands down and you've got a bit of balance. Thank you. Hands on the front. Hospitality work, guys. Hospitality work.
Hi, my name is Vivaldo Colangelo. This is my second year at Windhoek High School. I'm studying there, and so far, as I tasted from Group 1, it seemed to be good. I noticed there's a challenge ahead of me, and I'm glad that I prepared well for this challenge to also put them under pressure and try to win the competition.
And that is it from us for today. We want to remind you guys about two important things. The first one is we have our Matric Farewell vlog competition currently running. So even if your Matric Farewell already happened, don't worry, don't fear, because you can still enter with clips that you made before your Matric Farewell and also of the night. So kind of as like a highlight package. If your Matric Farewell is still coming up, remember to make those videos and share your memories. We have awesome prizes up for grabs. We also want to remind you that we have our Namibia Tourism Expo kicking off tomorrow at SKW. So Maizan will also be up and about. So if you see us, come say hi, share your moments with us, and make sure you visit the SKW sports grounds, because it's important for us as youth to also invest in our tourism industry in the country and our environment. So that's it from me. Remember to stay safe, and until we see each other next time. Bye.